right. This is the first part of the rebuild. This is gonna go on YouTube, I think, most likely. I think this is the first part of Broke Ballers. I think is what we're gonna call this. It may change in the future, we'll see. But this is just kind of first video and what it's gonna be. I'm so sweaty. It's like 100 degrees and it's only like 9 o'clock in the morning. In Arizona, not ideal for these car rebuilds in the garage. But yeah, this will be introduction to what vehicles are gonna be built, what's gonna be done to this car, what's gonna be done to the other 2 cars that are on this channel. Who knows what's gonna change? We may add vehicles, may get rid of vehicles, trade some things, you know, we're just gonna kind of document everything we do. It'll be me and my buddy Tyler. We kind of just do what we want, you know? Oh my, and yeah, whole damn. All right, quick. All right, so this is, I don't know where I started, hold on. So yes, this is gonna be me, Joe, my buddy Tyler. And I'll probably get my dad in here a little bit. My dad has quite the fleet of vehicles as well. He is back in California, but we do go visit very often. He has a Stagea, if you know what that is. It is essentially like a GTR wagon in a way. It has an RB25 DET. His is rear wheel drive, but automatic. And he has, really cool car. I could probably put a picture of it right here. Boom, all right, there's his car. And then he also has a Silverado Pre-Runner, Subaru Impreza, and that's his little fleet he has there. But he builds all of his own stuff as well. He did all of his truck on his own, pretty much in front of his house. He does a few things to Stagea here and there. His things are nice. Our builds are gonna be a little more harsh when it comes to actually building things, redoing things, welding, fabricating, all that stuff. Here, I'll do an introduction on my 2001 Lexus IS300. This is my IS300 here. Nothing too crazy on it as far as mods go. Got this little bash bar on there. Honestly, kind of sucks. Doesn't have the proper mounting points, but it does what it needs to, you know. Pick this little Altezza piece up here. Some carbon. I don't know. It looks kind of faded to me. I don't know if we'll keep it on there, but yeah. Was gonna do a purple wrap on it before I crashed the car, but we'll get into that crash here in a minute. Just aftermarket taillights from the first time I crashed it. Had a few things happen. We'll get into that in a minute. But this is 2001 IS300. It is the pretty cool spec as far as this goes. It is a slick top. Almost every IS300 you see will have a sunroof. And what comes with the slick top is a cloth interior, all cloth, no suede, no nubuck, whatever it is all cloth. Has this Altezza looking interior, very similar to the Altezzas, which is just the Japanese version of the Lexus IS300. And yeah, so it has all cloth interior, door cards, everything. Everything on the interior is black, except for the headliner is all tan, but that will be all black here shortly. Just repping the local boys in California, desert shit, pretty cool. He also has an IS300. He's what made me want to get one. All right, but here is the front end of the Lexus and how it sits at the moment. It is completely tore down to nothing. All that's there is the inner part, the inner fenders, shock towers, and the frame. I crashed it a while back because I got cut off there. My phone overheated. But yes, stripped down to bare nothing. This is the front end that will be going on it. This will be a huge part of the YouTube channel for sure. This whole rebuild process is gonna get all documented within the next few weeks. It should be done pretty shortly. I have a lot done here as far as it goes to cleaning up the metal and getting it prepped, ready to be welded onto for the new front end. Done it before. I also have a full or almost full manual swap in the back, so that will also be something we'll document. I have a few extra little parts here and there for this car as soon as the rebuild comes in. But yes, that should be everything on this car. I'll go through a quick mod list on this right now. So as far as mods go on it, I have welded diff, and for the rear end, that's it. Front, I have extended lower control arms, little angle kit, and extended tie rods, and then extended brake lines. That's all I'll ever need, to be honest with you. I have a lot of angle. Honestly, don't even need that much for the skill that I have. Need to drive the car more before I do any other mods to it, to be honest with you. Just gotta get comfortable with it. I've driven it a lot. Did crash the car due to me being tired. I fell asleep on the way home from work because I went to California. Did a drift event, was there all day, drifted for hours, honestly. Did great. Went in at, it was AVS or Grange, you know, Apple Valley Speedway. I'll insert a clip of me drifting there. And with that, had a great time, learned so much about the car, almost fully linked the track a few times. Just kind of hard to do in an automatic. So it is still an automatic, but I am drifting it as much as I can. And yeah, so this is my 2001 Lexus IS300. I will introduce the other two cars right now. Is the 1991 or 92, I forgot, Miata. It is a absolute clapped out piece, bro, I will tell you. But as far as mechanically, the car runs beautifully, transmission's good. We'll need a new clutch eventually, but as far as mods go on this thing, we got it bone stock for $1,000. No title, nothing. The guy wanted to get rid of it. I ended up becoming friends with him, so now got a little friend here out of it. But as far as mods go on this, just got a full set of wheels. Got these for an absolute steal. I think got it for $300. Upsized to, I think these are I think they're 16s, yes. Or no, 15s, my bad. They are 15s. Tires are dry rotted as hell, but it doesn't really matter. Decent looking wheel. Got a front bumper, aftermarket. We have actually no idea what bumper this is. We found it on a car marketplace and asked if we could buy it. He said, yeah. And then as far as interior goes on this car, he recently threw a bucket seat in it. Got this for a steal, bucket seat with harnesses for $250. Not bad. Came with seat rails, everything. But yeah, eventually this will be another drift car. Second project, aka my daily. This is my 92 BMW E36 sedan. Pretty cool car. It is M50 swapped and manual swapped. So it is a 318i. So automatic, but has full manual swap in it. Not the prettiest looking car, I'll tell you. We're missing door cards, we're missing full interior almost. It's not gutted in the front, but is gutted in the rear. Besides rear seat, still has that in there. Got these wheels full set for $100. And dude, full set of these for $100. Two don't have tires, but I got a full set of 5. And then the fronts I have a full set of these, same thing. 2 tires aren't good, but full center caps on everything. Could probably sell these for a decent amount, but other than that, you know, this car is sitting on coils, has some rear suspension stuff and a little bit of front suspension, but no angle kits or anything yet. Some sweat dripped off and actually stopped the video. But yes, as far as this goes, this is a piece too. Not gonna lie, had some issues with it when I first got it, but now it's running good daily to work every day. It's gonna we're gonna repaint this, we're gonna repaint that, we're gonna wrap my Lexus, so those will all be videos. I'm also gonna do a sunroof delete, so this is just metal. We're gonna weld this all in, smooth it out, Bondo, paint. I'll probably do something cool on the roof. I don't know what yet, but yeah, this is the 92 BMW. So I had to come inside. It was so hot out there. I literally couldn't take it anymore. Phone was overheating. It was about to die. It was terrible, but I didn't get to do like a full kind of backstory on either of the cars, so I'm gonna set up the phone, sit down, kind of talk about that, and yeah, we'll get into all the cars as far as the Lexus, the BMW, and the Miata, and then what all comes soon for those. Should be just a few minutes, nothing crazy, you know, just kind of what's gonna happen, what we're gonna do, and yeah, should be it. All right, so as far as the Lexus goes, all I'm gonna be doing on that for now is gonna be ripping apart the rest of like the front end, like that other front end I have, cleaning up the Lexus itself, welding it all on. That'll be the one main thing I do now, and then kind of just getting it back up to a full car again. There's gonna be a little bit of wiring involved because I did mess up a little bit of the headlight wiring and turn signals, things like that. So that will be changed. And then for the Miata is gonna be pretty much a full drift car build. Kind of like from what it sits now to, we're gonna do angle kit, coilovers, other like little suspension things. Probably end up just welding the diff because the LSDs that come in those aren't great, so not going to be the ideal rear diff lockup that we would want. And then maybe he might want to do a hydro, may not want to do a hydro. We'll see what he does first. Not my car technically, but it is going to be kind of a shared seat time car until he gets his like main car that he wants to do. I don't know what he's gonna do yet. He may just keep that Miata and just kind of build it as far as he wants. I know he wants to do a 1.8 swap because it does have the 1.6 unfortunately, so smaller and not so powerful motor. But he did find a few other things to add some power without doing too much extra work. So with that, we're gonna do probably hard top on it. So it'd be hard top, you know, full repaint on that car, kind of just go back through everything, you know, kind of get it back up because it's been sitting for years. We kind of got it and then bought it off the guy, like we said, for a few, like it was like $1,000. We got it off of him, brought it back to the house, and it doesn't have a title, it doesn't have this, doesn't have that. So we're gonna try to get that thing roadworthy again. But once the thing's roadworthy, we'll probably start, you know, get into like how I have my Lexus or how I used to have it. We would just travel to California in the drift car, drive the events, then drive 6 hours back. So not the ideal kind of situation, but we need a truck and trailer. I have a truck in California, not running, old thing, dude. Gotta get it back here, so then I will have a fleet of 3 vehicles. But, you know, that'll happen eventually. And then for the BMW, I do kind of have some big plans for that. I do want to make it a cool car for sure. It's gonna not be quite on par with my Lexus, but we're probably gonna make it similar, you know, then we can kind of compare Japanese to Euro, to the German cars. That BMW is the first Euro car I've ever had. I've had quite a few different cars. I started off with the Lexus. I can insert a picture of it right here, what it first looked like when I had it fully modded, or modded, pretty much riced out. And then I went from that, ended up crashing it. Another picture, I'll add in. And then after I crashed that, I ended up getting a Acura TL. Another picture. And then traded that for an LS 400, which was super clean, but didn't run right, got rid of it, now I have the BMW. But as far as those go, for the BMW, I do want to repaint it, probably do an angle kit, kind of get that motor back up and going. Good. I don't know how many miles are on it. Gonna have to do a lot of maintenance to it. I've had a few different issues with it as far as overheating. Had to do a water pump on it. I'm just chasing a lot of problems with that at first, but then once I got it going, been dailying it since. But I do want to repaint, probably do aluminum door cards, maybe wide body fenders. Definitely want to do a body kit on it because I mean, I'm not quite a huge fan of just the stock look that it has. It's pretty boxy, but all the bumpers are really high up compared to like what I had on my Lexus. I had like full B&N kit on there. But yeah, so as far as that goes, I mean, eventually I do want to cage both cars. Probably all 3 cars will end up caging eventually. We're not pushing enough power to have cages, to be honest with you. Shouldn't be going that fast, but you never know what could happen. Seen some crazy stuff happen at the events out here in Arizona semi-recently. Saw this one guy, follow him. He also has BMW sedan. He entering the corner, lost it a bit and spun into the wall, or pretty much backed it out, and someone rear-ended him somehow, or not rear-ended him, but backed into him. They spun, tried to slow down, couldn't, just crushed the whole side of the door. He had a cage, luckily, otherwise that would have been much worse because it was a passenger. So I definitely want, if I'm gonna be running tandems or doing anything, I want to have cages in both cars, at least that cover the doors, so it's a little more safety at least, you know. And once I do that, then we might do some power things. You know, I do want to turbo both cars. That would be sick. That's even if I keep the E36 for a long time. I would like to keep it for a while. I do think it's a really cool car. Definitely a fun car, I'll tell you, for what it is. That BMW was a 318, so it did come with the 4-cylinder, not the 6-cylinder that's in it now. Has the M50, I think B25, I think this is what's in it. I'm not totally sure, I never got a confirmation. Bought the car on a whim, traded it for the LS400. Got it. It doesn't have a second gear. Second gear's blown. Doesn't work, so need a transmission for it. We'll do a clutch and all that with it, but that'll be something else we can add into all these videos. But enough into the cars. I think that'll be it for this first video. This is kind of just an introduction to what we're gonna do. My buddy Tyler, he'll get introduced probably next video. Kind of do a few things. Probably should have let him introduce his car, but I did this all by myself today, just kind of figuring things out. Other than that, this is the first video of what's most likely gonna be called the Broke Ballers. We got nothing else to do. We like to do, you know, expensive things on a budget. We get all of our stuff off Marketplace, man. I got that front end off Marketplace. Everything that's on that car, the lower control arms off Marketplace. Only things I bought brand new was the angle kit. Other than that, you know, we're just kind of just getting what we can, trying to get deals on everything. We don't have that much money on our own in an apartment in Arizona, so just trying to make things happen on a budget. Have fun with it, you know, do what we can, learn a lot of things on our own. We do all of our own work as far as, you know, everything goes. I've done everything on my own on both cars that I have, you know, kind of teaching him. He's not crazy into the mechanics yet, but he loves the drift scene. That's kind of what we're really into. So we're kind of just trying to build the best drift cars we can on our budgets. I got into it first. We're getting him into it now. So it's going to be fun. This will be a nice thing to do and kind of document everything and get going, see what we can make out of this, you know, just filming our everyday lives as far as the car scene goes. So, you know, we'll see. Let me know. I don't know how many views this is going to get, if it's going to go good or not, you know. It's rough always. It's always rough starting, you know, but we're going to try to see what we can make this into, you know. Eventually we should, you know, or we want to kind of make this our life. We can do this. If we can build cars and do what we love for a living, that would be amazing. So that's kind of what the goal is here. Start making videos, you know. If we can stop our main jobs, you know, we're not working the greatest things, but if we can, you know, quit our jobs and do this as a living, that would be insane. So this is the first video of many that we're gonna post on this channel. It's gonna be fun times. It's gonna be my first time editing. I don't even know. We're going into this blind. This has been in the talks for months. Never actually done it, but today I decided we're gonna do it. So now every time I do anything on the cars, we're gonna break out the camera, start filming everything, having a good time. Also gonna have a TikTok. As the TikTok goes, it'll probably be under my main accounts. So it'll be Joe_Flexin62 on everything. My dad is Swaggin' Wagon, so we'll promote both of these. I'll put them right over here somewhere. And follow us on TikTok, Instagram. My dad doesn't have a TikTok yet, I don't think, at least not for car stuff, but he does have Instagram, so go give him a follow, give me a follow. You can follow along, kind of see the, you know, the backstories of both cars on there. You can kind of see everything I've done to the Lexus, all the drift events and whatnot. I'll insert as many clips as I can on here, you know, may insert some fun things, try to make an outro of us having fun. But yeah, this will be first of many. We're gonna try what we can here and try to make this a fun little side gig, you know. This will be fun. All right, like, subscribe, or not, I don't really care. Doing this for fun. See what happens.
He went into the dirt. Motherfucker. We went a bit fast, huh?
A little bit, like 15, 20 maybe.